channel. This week's video is going to be number 5 of my How I Draw Anatomy series. So far I have shown you how to build a basic body using simple gesture and other things, but now I'm going to start teaching you how to build upon the gesture that you've already learned and to learn how to define your figure in a 3-dimensional space. I got asked a lot in the proportions video if I was going to be showing you anything about perspective when drawing the body, and this will kind of cover that. I'm not going to go and specifically do a video on perspective, but I'm going to show you how to basically build a body and add volume and dimension to it, so that should cover perspective pretty well. So I'm going to do a little series of this type of video within this series showing the various parts of the body so that it's not like all at once and really overwhelming. So I'm going to do the torso, the limbs, hands and feet, and then the head, and they're all going to be in separate videos. I might do hands and feet in the same video, but I'm going to start this video by showing you how to do a simple torso and how to bend it and move it in space. So this is an exercise that I did when I was in animation school and I found it very helpful. I'm going to do 2 exercises that I did in school. One is going to be constructing simple shapes using circles, and then I'm going to show you guys the flower stack method, which is super fun and you guys will probably enjoy a lot. So if you're following along, we're going to draw a just series of circles, some of them overlapping, some of them kind of near each other, just on your paper, just randomly. So now that you have this series of circles drawn, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to connect them together. And you can do this in any way you want to. Let's see. And what this is showing is just basic overlapping of 2 shapes. So I have the larger circle and the smaller circle. The smaller circle will be closer to you, so there will be a line indicating the overlap of these 2 shapes. And this is just sort of showing you how to overlap, say, a torso, which is what we're going to be learning how to draw today. And learning how to overlap will give your character or whatever you're drawing a sense of volume when you're drawing it. So right down here I have drawn 2 little circles, and I'm going to do a little demo of how I would turn this into a torso and then a body after that, just to show you guys how the overlapping works. And I will put my line of action in here, just as I would if I was doing a basic gesture drawing. So there's a little simple figure using these 2 circles as the torso, and then I just added the limbs, but I'm going to show you how to do that and give volume to those in future videos. So the next thing I want to show using these circles is how to show, like, foreshortening, I guess, in them. So I'll take 2 circles here and I'll overlap them, and then I will do the overlap on the circle that's in the front and not on the back, and then I'll just kind of erase this a little bit. And then I'm going to do another set that's just like that, but instead I'm going to do the opposite. And then I'm going to do a 3rd one. And these circles don't have to be perfect, they're just sketches, you know. So this adds just a little bit of perspective. This first one here shows the form like going away, so this part of it is closer to us. The second one, the top part, is closer to us, so it is going to be in the front, and the bottom will be farther away from us. And then this last figure shows sort of a twist that you could do in the torso. So that's just kind of a simple way to add a little bit of visual perspective while adding volume to a torso. Alrighty, so the next bit I'm going to teach you guys is showing you how to use the flour sack method to build a body, more of a torso than just a body, but this is a very standard animation school technique. You'll learn it if you go to animation school. It's like animation school 101. But this is the flour sack. I've drawn so many flour sacks, you guys, you have no idea. But it's just a simple character, and it shows weight. It has limbs. The little like end bits on the bag represent limbs, and it has volume, and the weight is really easy to show. And yeah, it's just a fun little way to learn how to stretch and move a torso, but it's as a character, which is this flour sack. So I'm going to draw the little flour sack just doing a thing. I'm going to start off with my line of action, and then I'm going to add those circles that I just talked about. Just really lightly. You don't need to push really hard on your pencil when you're doing this. And then you'll just draw the little flour sack. The thing that I like about this guy is that he's so easy to draw, and like you don't really have to know how to draw a flour sack. So you can have your overlap, and then like this like seam line. And look how happy he is. And this could be used as a human torso. So I will do the same thing. I'm not gonna have their leg up like that because that's weird. And then you could have the overlap. I'm gonna teach you guys about squash and stretch as well in a later video, because I think that that's really important to show. Let's say this is a lady type. And there is your torso. It's just that easy as combining the two circles, making a flour sack out of two circles, and then just adding limbs, which I will show you how to do and add volume to later. But it's very, very simple. And the fun thing about the flour sack is that you can literally like do pretty much anything with them. You can really exaggerate it. And put him in like action poses, and it's really fun, and it's so simple, and it's a really good exercise to learn how to like move around your characters and put them into action poses and stuff like that, and it is a good old time. As I said, we did many flour sacks, and I'm actually gonna, if you guys want, give you an assignment that I did when I was in school, which was probably one of the most interesting assignments, and I will talk about that right now. So I'm going to show you an old sketchbook of mine from when I was in school. You guys have seen this before in an old sketchbook video for me. You can check that out on my channel if you haven't already seen it. But this is when I first started learning how to draw the flour sack. Like, whoa, because I was like 5, but whatever. For the assignment that was for my, I want to say it was animation, like anatomy for animation, whatever class, we had to draw 100 flour sacks. Yes, 100, and it was for a week assignment, so we had 1 week to do it. It doesn't seem like that much, but once you get past like your basic poses, it gets very kind of interesting because it forces you to try new things and do things that you've not really done much before. So here's some more. I think this is part of my assignment. I couldn't find the actual full assignment, which made me sad because I wanted to show it to you. But here, these are some of the ones that I did. But drawing 100 of them kind of forces you to do things that you might not draw, like you can add action, you can put the flour sack in a situation, and just kind of really try and squash and move around that body, and I think that it's really helpful to learn how to do that same thing for an actual character where you would be drawing their torso. So if you guys would like to participate in this homework, we're not really calling it homework, but I definitely recommend trying it out, and I would like to see it if you do, so feel free to tag me over on my Instagram or my Twitter. I'm at MissKerrieJ, and there's links down below in the thingy if you want to find that there. But I hope that this was helpful, teaching you guys how to build the human torso. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to add limbs to this torso. So in the meantime, please feel free to practice this. And if you have any questions, you can leave them for me down below. And also leave me suggestions of other things you'd like to see in this series, because I'm always looking for suggestions since I know people really like it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and give this video a like. It really helps my channel grow. And I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye!